Hi, I'm Urban Eve. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a mini eyeshadow tutorial using Natasha Denona's mini Zendo palette. So if you want to stick around and chat with me and watch me do this Natasha Denona eyeshadow look using the Zendo palette, keep watching. This I just received, I want to say like a few days ago this week. I was on the fence about buying this. I think what pulled me in finally was just the warm tone kind of coral theme of it, but I've played around in it a little bit and I feel like the shades kind of disappear on my skin tone. Like I'm not really able to get the color payoff that I want, but she does have woman of color models on her website and in her tutorials, and there is a look done using this palette on a woman of color. It's very simple. I believe that this was meant to be a subtle color story mini palette from Natasha Denona. It's not one of those with a huge moment of a pop of color. So this is what they look like. An innovative warm toned palette that conceptualizes a mix of elements, an ambiance where wood meets metal and nature meets modern. Features 5 highly pigmented shades including dusty coral, pastel pinks, a deep cool burgundy, and a light taupe, perfect to create neutral, all flattering looks with a pop of color. So I'm guessing the pop of color is this one right here next to this, because there aren't really like pops of color in this story. None of them really pop so much except for this one. I believe the first one is called Stark. It's a medium dark cool burgundy. That's this one right here. So the bare one is pastel pink. This one is stripped, which is described as a warm silver. Daz is a medium coral with light bronze shift. That's this one right here. I was really excited about that. And then Uncovered is a dusty coral, which is exactly what it looks like. I also just wanted to let you know that I've prepped my eyes with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. This primer doesn't really work for me. Like I haven't found that it's made a huge difference, but I wanted to just sort of set myself up for the best possible use of these shadows so that I could get as much color payoff as I possibly can to show you what this palette can do. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna take Bare, which is this shade here, and I'm gonna just put that in the upper crease. Okay, oh, all right. It's coming through a lot better than it did when I first used it, so maybe this primer is working out today. Okay. So next I'm going to take the Dusty Coral shade and just deepen the inner crease. I do love how this one shows up. Wow. Okay, maybe this primer is working out today. I patted it on like maybe half an hour ago and I just like let it sit. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, so here's where it gets a little tricky because I want to darken the outer third and there is no dark matte color. So I'm gonna use this color. This is Stark, which is the medium dark cool burgundy, and see how that goes. So I'm gonna take this Rephr brush. This is the number 2. Just a quick word about Rephr. This is the first and only Rephr brush that I own right now. Definitely not gonna be the last. I learned about these watching Kelsey Brianna J, my MUA bae, and this brush right here is the truth. I can't speak for any of the other ones, This baby is amazing. It is definitely dirty. I use it quite a bit, but I definitely recommend this if you are into using really good brush tools to apply your makeup. The Rephr is top notch. And sometimes they have sales because they're definitely not cheap, but it's definitely worth investing in good brushes for makeup application. It does make a difference. So I'm going to take that and just place it here in the outer third first and not blend it yet. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush and blend it out and soften and diffuse it. Well, this is actually looking very nice. It's not a super dark shade, but it gives just enough of a dark definition. I might go in with a little bit more, a little bit more. Or maybe I should leave it at that. With the other side of my Rephr brush, I'm going to take the color Daz and start pressing this onto the center of my lid. Little teeny bit of fallout. Nothing crazy. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, this is definitely working out a lot better for me having used the primer, because when I first did this using my usual method of concealer and setting powder, I wasn't seeing this color payoff. I was not. This is nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I'm so happy. I'm so happy this is turning out better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that all the way to the inner corner of my eye as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take the burgundy color again with this larger blending brush and just softly bring it up a little higher in the inner crease. Might regret doing that, but whatever. No regrets. I'm gonna be like the Bob Ross of eyeshadow. Just happy accidents. We can fix anything. Just to add some definition and depth here. So I'm gonna take Bare again and just go over my brow bone, just to bring that lightness back that we created in the beginning. Yes, mama. Yes. Okay, and finally I'm gonna take the silver color, the warm silver color, and let me just show you this because it looks like a regular silver, but it is actually, there is a warmth to it and I can't tell exactly what the tone is. Maybe it's brown, but I kind of feel that like whole woods meeting metals kind of thing in this shade. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm gonna use this brush to tap that color into my inner eye corner. Now I'm gonna take the burgundy color and sweep this under my lower lid for a little bit of smoke. So I'm gonna take this mini buffing brush from Morphe. It's my M408 brush. I'm gonna take the color, the coral, dusty coral color, and just blend this out a bit. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye off camera, come back with lashes and my makeup all finished, and give you my final thoughts about this mini Zendo palette by Natasha Denona. Okay, so I am back with my completed eyeshadow look using Natasha Denona's mini Zendo palette. I'm really pleased that the color payoff was more of what I was looking for when I initially started playing around with this. Like I said, I only just got it a few days ago. I think that the colors came out a lot nicer with the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer. And overall, I'm beginning to understand that this is meant to be a subtle color story. And that when they say pop of color, I can only imagine they mean Daz. It's still, you know, a subtle pop of color. So mini Zendo. The name Zendo has the name Zen in it. The description of it talks about the combination of woods and metals and coral colors. So to me, it brings to mind the idea of Zenness, which is about harmony and harmony between elements. And if that was indeed the intent around the, you know, curation of this color story, I think that she hit on it. I think that it's really beautiful when you understand that. If you're looking for a palette that is bolder, this is not the palette. This is not the palette that you are looking for. I was curious about this. I will go ahead and say it because it's Natasha Denona, because I really like her mini palettes packaging, and because I like the name Mini Zendo, and I was curious about how the name Zendo was incorporated into the making of this color story. I've never heard the term Zendo before, but I'm pretty sure that the Eastern philosophy of Zen is definitely intentfully incorporated into the name because of the way these colors were put together. And I'm feeling it. I think it is really nice. I think that this look came out really pretty. I think that it is very specific to Natasha Denona's vision of the zenness of these 5 colors. And that's what I like about Natasha Denona. She doesn't always give you trending stuff. She gives you stuff that is inspired by what she is interested in, you know, personally. And this definitely feels personal to me. So I'm actually really pleased with this. I didn't get it at first, but now that I do, I'm happy with it. I do feel that if you are of my skin tone or deeper, definitely use eyeshadow primer so that these colors show up. That was a huge factor as well for me. Like, I had to use that primer in order for these colors to show up in a way that I really like, that I could see, and so that I could understand why these colors were put together in this color story. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed my mini tutorial using the mini Zendo palette by Natasha Denona, and I hope to see you in my next video soon. Bye.